What is up, guys? We're back with another video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So today we're going to be talking about Sonic Frontiers. Everyone is talking about it. We just got the combat reveal, and there's been a lot of negative reaction around it. Just unlike the first reveal we got, everyone seems to have a problem with this again. And I say everyone, but of course I'm not talking about the entire community, but definitely a large vocal community at least is coming out against this. They're saying it looks boring, they're saying it looks stale. Uh, I mean, just across the board, a lot of the videos I'm saying, even if they're on the more optimistic side, they're like, it kind of looks bad, but I have some hope. And I think that this community is just really whiny. And no hate to anyone, but I mean, we're getting tastes of this game, and I personally think it's looking pretty good. I'm not saying it's looking like a perfect game, but it looks fun. I've seen some really weird criticism, people saying that the combat looks too easy, and I mean, first of all, come on. Sonic combat has always been really easy. It's, mash the A button, roll into someone, dash into someone. I mean, it's never been very complex. I mean, you get Unleashed, which is a little different with the Werehog stages, but even then, it's taking down the enemies. You're basically just punching them. Um, but this one, it seems like there's more thought into killing your enemies, right? We saw that one enemy that closes, and you have to like push them up with that one air attack. Then you have an opening to hit them, and I don't know. I mean, you get it looks like we have combos and stuff this time, so things look interesting for sure. I would say that. So I would say that the criticisms about the combat being, too easy are a little weak. I definitely don't agree with them, but it's just weird criticisms like that. Like I mentioned in my first video, though, there are some fair criticisms. Combat, animations look a little weird. They definitely don't look right. Pop-ins are definitely an issue, especially with these games being on the next-gen consoles. I mean, there are some serious issues that need to be addressed, and I think that's fair and valid. But some of these other issues, I mean, people complaining about like a texture from Forces being used in Frontiers, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't think these people realize how hard game dev is and how time consuming it is, and we're using a little texture like that. I mean, that really shouldn't be an issue. It looks fine. Um, I've seen people saying the aesthetic looks weird of this game. Uh, I mean, that's to each their own, but they're like, oh, it doesn't look Sonic enough. And I feel like all the Sonic games have looked pretty different. So uh, some of these opinions, criticisms don't really hold any weight. But I also think that we're judging a game too fast off of too little. They're like, oh, there's nothing to do in this world, blah, blah, blah. Sega's clearly not showing a lot. I think we're going to get a bigger reveal of what's going on the 9th during the Summer Games Fest. I could be wrong about that, but, that's where my money would be if I'm a betting man, right? Um, I think there's a lot to this game, and they're giving us hints and the little snippets of what we can expect. They're showing us a really cool combat system, a wide open world with like puzzles and a lot of terrain to traverse and stuff. So I think they're trying to give us a lot, but not too much at the same time. I think people are taking that as this game has nothing to offer, and they're crying about it. To be honest, um, it's just weird that people are complaining in such a way, and I've seen this before with so many different franchises. Something that comes to mind is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Before that game released, there were lots of people saying, "Oh, it's EA. They're gonna screw up again. You can't trust EA." And people say the same thing about Sega and Sonic Team. And it's like, I get it. Like, you've been burnt in the past. You didn't like one of the games, blah blah blah, whatever. But we've got to remember, you got to judge a game on its own merits when it comes out. And I was one of the few people, I guess, that thought Jedi Fallen Order looked kind of cool. Me and my friend Jordan, we were really excited for that game, but we were also being told by another friend that, oh, this game's gonna suck. It's EA, you saw what they did with Battlefront, uh, you know, stuff like that. And a lot of other people online had that same opinion, saying like, it looks kind of boring, looks stale. And it came out, and people loved it. The story was great, the gameplay was fantastic. I mean, you can't judge a book on its cover, right? Trailers are supposed to get people excited, and I guess it didn't do the job with Sonic Frontiers, their first reveals. I don't think it got people excited, and Jedi Fallen Order didn't get people excited. But that doesn't mean that the game has nothing to offer or that it's bad. I think we really need to wait on this one. I think I think Sonic Frontiers is going to surprise a lot of people when the gameplay comes out, but I also think that the Sonic community really has an issue with just complaining about the littlest things. Like, I guess the same model from Sonic Forces is being used in this game for Frontiers, and people are whining about that. And it's like, come on, really? Really, we're gonna complain about this and like say, oh, Sega's really fallen off or Sonic Team's fallen off because of something like that. I mean, the animations I completely understand and agree with, and the pop-in issues I agree with, but there's some really like little nitpicks. If you guys just Google Sonic Frontiers right now, there are so many YouTubers that are just like nitpicking each and everything. And it'll be the littlest thing, and they'll be like, "Oh, this game's gonna be trash because of it." And it's like, what? Like, what world are these people living in? Where like, I mean, if Sonic's shoe isn't the exact color red, like they'll be like, "Oh, this game is gonna be horrible. What is this Sonic model?" And it's like, guys, come on. This is kind of ridiculous at this point. And I love the community, but man, it's just it's crazy. I saw a really good video earlier, actually, while I was coming up with this video by YouTuber It's Your Man's Will. Um, and I'm gonna link his video because it kind of encapsulated what I was thinking. He's a little bit harsher, but I think his points come across very clearly, and I agree with a lot of what he's saying. Uh, and yeah, he's just talking about the Sonic community and why he kind of left it. I mean, people complain about the smallest things. He says he's a Sonic fan, and he just can't identify with the community because of stuff like this. And I totally get where he's coming from. I still identify with this community, but man, I think that as Sonic fans, um, we maybe expect too much, and we can't all be pleased. I think a lot of people want a open world Sonic game too, is the thing. Complaints about other Sonic games being too linear, and now we have an open world that like fan games, have fans have been making games like this, right? Open world Sonic games, and people have been wanting this, clamoring for it, and now that we see it, people are like, "Oh, it's horrible. Like this isn't what we want." And it's like, "Are you kidding me? Like this is like what you guys have been asking for." So it's just really weird to me that this is the reaction, because I've been hyped for this game. I won't lie. I definitely have bias. I think everyone does. But I'm a little bit on the optimistic side. I'm like, man, this looks really good. It looks fun. It looks fresh. I don't want, the same thing over and over again until it gets boring. But on the other hand, I guess I can see where, Sonic fans have been coming from, because the same thing happened with Halo, where it was like, I wasn't really feeling the newer games. But I also wasn't whining about some of the small changes that were being made. Um, I'll whine to my friends, about some of the bigger changes, but I think that I think that Sonic fans really have a problem with complaining about little issues that at the end of the day don't matter and don't make a game great or not great. But they'll take that little issue that they have and they'll snowball it, and then their mind it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they have to complain about it, you know? So, yeah, it's just crazy, 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 crazy stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe, maybe I'm on the minority in this one, thinking it looks good, but there are definitely issues that need to be hammered out. But it seems like a lot of people right now think this game looks terrible. So I want to know what everyone else thinks. Let me know in the comments. But thanks for listening, guys. Hope you have a great day.